When did thrifting become such a scam? I went to the Rose Bowl flea market and I honestly could not have been more disappointed. For those who don't know, LA has this giant ass flea market once a month called the Rose Bowl Flea Market. And when I say giant, I mean absolutely massive. Like, I wish mine was that big.
What did he say?
They have over like 2,500 vendors, and if you want to see all of it, you gotta get there like 5 a.m. Literally 5 a.m. is when it opens for the VIP tickets, the tryhards. Because I showed up about 1 p.m., walked around for an hour, and my brain was still so fried. It was such a sensory overload and everything was way too expensive. This flea market is just a hub for anyone kinda into fashion. You know how when you're scrolling on TikTok and you see all the trendy fits, but you never actually see those fits in real life? That's because they're all at this flea market. And it's just not any flea. Something about this one, they spawn in way more than normal. This one is insane. This is where all the genres of your fashion For You page come in to collab with each other.
This is one of the largest flea markets in the entire world. And yes, I'm talking about Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California.
This weekend I went to Rose Bowl, linked up with my boy Adam Degenerate, probably one of the craziest fleas in SoCal.
They playing on co-op mode for the vintage. I swear, walking around seeing all the different skins, I felt like I was playing Fortnite again. Boom, you got the John Wick. You got the Skull Trooper. You got the actual soccer skins. But that's not why thrifting is a scam now. Thrifting is a scam because of the prices. The prices are absolutely insane. At that flea market, there was nothing that was cheap. And for those who say, oh, it's just a flea market, obviously it's not thrifting. Obviously it's going to be more expensive than Goodwill. The flea market definition is a market typically outdoors selling secondhand goods, while the thrift store definition is a store selling secondhand clothes and other household goods. They're literally the same thing, just one is outside. And the secondhand good definition is having a previously owner, otherwise known as not new. So why are you about to charge me $50 for a shirt that's not even new? Like, that shit had visible stains on it on purpose. And bro was taxing the price. Like, I swear this vintage shit is kind of getting out of hand. I'm not gonna lie. Imagine if something like cars worked like that. Like, imagine if used cars costed more than new cars. That would be insane, but at the rate things are going, I wouldn't be surprised. A perfect example is these pre-distressed golden goose shoes. These things cost too much to be looking like that. This is really why I'm losing faith right now. But I've taken the liberty to create a chart to illustrate my feelings. And now I present to you the thrifting double circle map. Oh, what the heck? How'd that get there? First things first, we have to establish the two types of thrifts. Alright, so we got your classics, your Goodwill, boom, your Savers, your Salvation Army. These are your classics. These are your old reliables. When you don't want to drive too far, when you're just stopping by, you know, the OGs of the game. Wherever you live, you're most likely gonna have one of these. Alright, now, but on the other side of the spectrum, you got your flea market. Rose Bowl Flea, for example. Wherever you live, you're gonna have a flea market on Sunday type of vibe. There's gonna be some guys with their tote bags there, whatever. But also in this category is gonna be the vintage shops. These guys, I don't know why I put a picture of this guy here. He just looks like he'd be in a vintage shop. When you're in the vintage shop, you're probably gonna be seeing this guy. He's gonna be looking through the records. He thinks he listens to underground music, but it's actually mainstream. He listens to TV Girl. Maybe he's looking at some distressed denim. Whatever he's doing, he is the embodiment of the vintage shops. Okay, now that we have the categories down, it's time to compare and contrast.
Oh yeah.
Now let's talk about quality. You know what I absolutely hate? When I'm in Goodwill, one of these types of stores, and I'm looking through the shirts. I'm feeling the shirts and they feel so thin. They feel like I could just rip right through them. And you know what's the worst of them all? When their neck is like this big and it's just like that. That's, no one wants to see that. They always have the disgusting wide neck. Basically, it's just poor quality. And you're gonna find that right here in your Goodwills, in your Salvation Army, in your Savers. That's where it's gonna be. But where can you find the good quality, you may ask? Your flea markets. your vintage shops, because the sellers here are going to be selling some pretty good stuff, or else no one would buy it, you know? Now the vintage fleas might seem appealing, right?
Wrong.
Well, what if I told you the good quality vintage shirt right here, that graphic tee vintage shirt, whatever, with patches, what if I told you that thing costs 80 bucks? $80.
Oh, call an ambulance! Call an ambulance!
Call an ambulance for me. 80 bucks for a t-shirt? Are you kidding me? Back in my day, that used to cover your rent right there. What the fuck? Like you might be thinking, oh, honestly, like, that's not even that bad. I can always just make that money back. You know what you can't make back though? Let me tell you, my boy, that is not $80. That's 4, 5, 6, 7 hours of your life right there, depending on how much, you know. If you're making minimum wage, that's like your whole day right there. You're really trading in your whole day for that shirt, which honestly, like, I'm not gonna lie, if the piece is fire, say less. It's worth it's worth. But that's why you really got to be careful about what you're purchasing at these things for real. Like, but if you're looking at the classics right here, they don't have the same quality, they don't have the same coolness, but you know what they got? They got the affordability, the cheapness. That's passive income right there. This is the duality of man, because you spawn in night one, you're gonna be building the dirt house, but just wait, bro. One day you're gonna be making that diamond block house. Diamond block house. So you really gotta be picking and choosing your battles wisely. Do I want the dirt block house? Do I want to live another night in some dirt block? Or am I gonna splurge when I don't need to for some diamond? All right, though, now we gotta talk about the matchmaking. The matchmaking is very important. The locals of the thrift. This is the setting. This is who you're gonna be going up against, your competition in the game, because the matchmaking is different for the Goodwill versus for the flea market. All right, at the classics, you got the moms, the Karens. Due to inflation, though, you're probably also going to be going up some guys your age, probably going to have a tote bag, whatever. Or maybe you're the guy with the tote bag, but that's the skill-based matchmaking right there. But the key is here, you want to know your competition. You want to know what days they're clocking in, how many hours they're putting in, when the store is bringing out the new racks. The thing is, though, that you really got to understand that the higher up you climb in the ranking, you're going to be facing better players. Because if you're at Goodwill, you're going to be going up against the bronze players, the silver players. But if you're at the flea market, you best believe that you're going to be going up against the seasoned vets. These are the diamond players, the master players. You got your opium heads, the guys who wear ties, the 40-page goblins with their boner sambas. These types of guys clock in more hours at the thrift than anyone else. So you got to make sure that you truly know your competition, because there's only a certain amount of clothes. All right, now that since we've covered the two types of categories, we got to go over the similarities. Let me just tell you, mid. Whole lot of mid. It's all a whole lot of mid. If you take into account the amenities of each category, all you really get left is a whole lot of mid. If you get their average overall stats, it's like a 70. It's just mid. The economy is fucked. I don't know if it will ever be the same. But in the darkest hour, if you're wondering if all hope is lost, let me tell you, there is still some light. Because legend has it that there is a third type of thrift.
No way! What is it?
A new circle has spawned in. Thrift stores in the middle of nowhere.
Let's fucking go!
Yes, that is right. All is well in the land. I never thought I'd see the day.
So, what is it?
Still mid, just 2 hours away. You hate to see it.
Only need the light when it's burning low. Only miss the sun when it starts to snow. Only know you love her when you let her go. When you let her go. You let her go.
But once in a blue moon, it has some affordable heat. Let's get it. That's right, once in a blue moon, the thrift store that's 2 hours away, that's probably in like a desert or on a mountain somewhere, has some absolute bangers that are affordable. Wendy's 4 for 4 type of affordability right there. This is humanity's last hope right here. Shout out to the local mountain grandpa who just passed for getting me right. GG.